We are in our yoga practice with Shelby. Today, Shelby has a day, we call it Yom Kef in Hebrew, a fun day. I'm only focusing on her. It's like the good old days when we were only just one dog family, which seems more stressful sometimes, to be quite honest. So, this morning, I wanted to talk about a very important topic in my yogi talk, which is mammographia. I don't know, what is it called in English? Mammograph, is it? When you do a checkup for breast cancer, it's to prevent. Um, it's prevention, actually, because I didn't have any reason to do it. It's just our healthcare calls up people at a certain age, over 50. Women over 50 should get examined. I really don't know the statistics before that age, but I know that women are encouraged to do a breast examination. Um, so if you're in touch with your body like a yogi, once you exercise, you will be more likely to notice small changes in your body, whether you're a man or a woman, but women also. So that's a good thing about another good thing about doing yoga. You're more aware of your body. Well, if you do exercise the right way, not quick. If you take your time to listen to your body. So it's a really hot day today. I just felt the need to cleanse, and after it's a very short procedure. It's not like something, she said it's painful. It wasn't that painful. You feel a bit of pressure. They put you on this machine. But it's nothing. It's really nothing. It doesn't hurt. It takes 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes. And I just think what a difficult job it is to do this kind of work. But it was nice, the people are friendly, more or less. But then I overheard a conversation because people talk very loudly in Israel, and you can hear their conversations without even making an effort, about single moms and, oh, it's now a fashion and how horrible it is for the children. It is, I'm not gonna educate other people. This is what they say to me in Hebrew always. You can't educate the whole world. This is a saying here. But you know what? It's important. I'm happy I have this channel so the first topic was this. Breast cancer, which is, I thought it was supposed to be this month, but I know in Europe it was December. I even participated in action in Pink Ribbon. And when I was living in Switzerland, we did the Pink Ribbon. I participated in, what do you call these things? A mob thing? Oh, I forgot the term, where you dance together. It was really nice. We organized that. What's going on, Shelby? Shelby's having a difficult time. Is it hot? No, it's not hot. She has something. So I'm also more focused on her now. So we had this. We talked. I don't know how that subject came up about the dog. Yesterday I was watching. No, this morning actually. I got up really early because I had a very early appointment. So I was afraid I wouldn't get up. So I got up really early, and I watched the news from last night because I fell asleep early. And one of the items in the news that people mentioned at the dog beach to me was a dog in Israel that was he was filmed. The owner was filmed beating him up quite severely, and then dozens of people came in front of his house and screamed, and finally the guy was taken to jail. Now, I don't know what the prison sentence will be like, but the sad reality is that he can get the dog back. I know my other dog that's at home right now, I had to ask the owner like a few times before they gave up ownership, even though they abandoned her, and they gave her horrible food, which was very damaging to her system. They gave her chicken wings, which are very harmful for dogs and can cause them intestinal blockage, which she suffered from and fortunately recovered, but she does have an allergy now for chicken. So no, the whole thing I want to talk about is why these people stood, like, I don't know, if I seen somebody beating up a dog, I would try to get a big guy, come back with a big guy and take the dog away from him somehow by force. Of course, then I realized the law then is for the dog owner even more because you're taking away his dog. But it's better the police does it. But still, if you wait for the police to act, sometimes it's too late. And it brought me to the. Then I saw a film. I saw the documentary that was recommended to me by a friend on Netflix about. It's called, I think, American Murder. It was about the murder of Shanann Watts, which I was very, very much involved with from day one. I was watching it. I was commenting on YouTube channels. There was a lot of conspiracy theories, a lot of victim shaming and blaming. It was a horrible ordeal, and I think her family is still suffering from all kinds of nutcases that are bothering them. And I wanted to know, it says in the film that I will do another video at home commenting on in great detail about this documentary. But having said that, it said that 3 women in the U.S. are murdered by their partners every day. I mean, I don't know the statistics, but it's bad. And I'm wondering how come this story made such a controversy? And I'm thinking about social media, the same thing with the dog. As soon as the dog film went on Facebook, it was like a wildfire. It spread like wildfire. People were like angry and getting together. So the power of social media cannot be overestimated in cases where social justice is needed. Right, Shelby? So I'm wondering how many people would come to a home of a man who beats up his wife and scream outside the window. My guess is nobody would do that. We accept violence against women in society all too easily. With animals, it doesn't mean that animals are less important. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big, big animal fan. But just wondering why women count so little in our society. Violence against them continues. We're 2020. This should be a thing of the past, and certainly not in Western society. But I guess I read that America's is the most difficult. In America, it's the most difficult. Oh, I hear the loudspeaker telling people to come out of the water. That's another issue. The dog beach. Yesterday was a dog beach. They come and they tell you to get out of the water. There's no connection between Corona and being on the beach. I understand they don't want crowded beaches. But really, for a lot of people, the dog beach is a really good place, refuge place, and for the dogs too. Some dogs need it for therapy as well, water therapy, and just to relax. We all need the ocean to relax. And the fact that they don't allow us, they focus on the beach so much attention, it's ridiculous. That's another issue. In Israel, the corona is in high numbers in ultra-Orthodox area because they are, I heard an expert say, because they're very crowded. They don't listen to they ignore it. Some say they don't have access to social media. And the other problem is that some of them are very poor and they use public transportation. I also use public transportation when I work, so I got a bit scared of that. And yeah, I am a little bit like, wow, I'm in a closed place with a lot of people. But so far, touch wood, everything is fine. I'm a relatively healthy person. I think it's thanks to my vegetarian lifestyle. I did not want to get cancer like my father, so I decided, not only because of humanity, empathy towards slaughtered animals, which is definitely it, not only because of global warming caused by the meat industry. 40% of the CO2 emission is from cows. I'm talking about, there's an airplane. I wonder where it's going to. It's also because the meat has so much toxins and medical, they give the medicine and the stress hormone that if you really want to get cancer, continue to eat meat. That's what you should tell all the meat eaters that make fun of us. You know what? You want to get cancer? Go ahead, eat meat, don't exercise. And that's the great recipe for cancer, I think. And genetic factors, of course, coming. So, I'm really tired of trying to explain to people rationally why eating a vegetarian diet is so much better for you. I think it's also so tasty. I really enjoy, people say meat is so tasty. Yeah, but without the spices, it wouldn't be. Anyway, maybe eating people is also tasty, but we don't do that. Why not? What's the difference between eating people and eating animals? What is the difference between eating a cow or eating a dog or a bat? The difference is, it doesn't make sense after a while. You think, well, there's really not much of a difference, is there? And yeah, and I have a problem over this was my big problem with ultra orthodox, the slaughtering animal part. That they just couldn't get over that part. I get the Shanann phone? You know this is okay. Oh, he's here. So the peaceful atmosphere is now gone. There's always somebody who likes to make noise. Oh no, he's not. Okay, that's good. I assumed. So I'm gonna do yoga and then gonna try to swim a little bit before they stop me. And actually, you're not supposed to hang around. You're supposed to exercise. So I'm going to exercise. Okay, bye. Peace, light, and love. And I hope that I'm adding some good things into your life, not just warnings, just thoughts I have. It's beautiful here, by the way. Let me just take the camera and show you the beach a bit while I'm at it. Just a minute. So let's see what the beach looks like. Today's the eve of another holiday, the last of the high holidays. It's going to be like everything closes early, so I went shopping already for my cheese and bread. I'm not a vegan. And my vegetables. And I see people in the dog beach, mostly people, not dogs, because they use the dogs as a cover. It's paradise, absolute paradise. So it's nice, I think the tendency to complain is one tendency I definitely want to work on. Yesterday I also did not like people bringing very, very small children to the dog beach, which did not make sense to me, because it's dogs and small children is not a good combination unless they grew up with kids like my dog. So that was my last comment. So I hope it would be, for me, the high holidays has been a very stressful time. I think holidays are meant to differentiate the people that have families. When you have a family, it could be really nice to get together, something nice for the kids. Definitely if you're 3 generations. But for people that live alone, it's a nightmare. I know that in movies, you always, like, you want to get invited for Christmas or Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is coming along in Canada, I think. Somehow I got the news from there. And it's always a lonely time when you're not invited or you don't have friends or family. Not everybody has friends and family, and in holiday time, people are feeling even more isolated than ever. They don't have work. There's time to think. As you get older, there's less and less work, and then you have more and more time to think. It's not an easy time for people. So I would abolish holidays. I wish it was a really, truly secular country. But you know what? Is there a secular country in this world? Maybe if you go to countries where Buddhism is dominant, that's my only thought. And Buddhist traditions, I think, are more inviting and more encompassing. I don't know. But the Judo, Christian, even Islam, I can't even imagine what it's like to be a Muslim living alone. It's just all these holidays are made for a lot of people getting together. And sadly, a lot of people from the ultra-Orthodox community cannot let that go. And they can't even think about living alone. So that's what I wanted to say about that. And I see some birds flying. It's nice. So holidays are really not something you have to put up with. You don't have to celebrate them. I feel like I need to. I've been using a lot of honey since the Jewish New Year. But you know what? You don't have to do a lot of things. I was really shocked when I taught primary school, beginning of the year, that actually not a lot of people, not a lot of kids know what synagogue, have ever even been inside the synagogue, which I think it's really sad. They have it's like, I don't know, on one hand, it's okay to be secular, but if you live in Israel, you don't know anything about your culture, it's kind of sad, I think. So that's the other side of the coin. If you raise your kids completely without religion. And yet, when they go to school, it's part of the study program and everything, and other kids in their neighborhood or their class celebrate, so it's weird. But I guess a lot of people are saying no to holidays, maybe, and just doing the meal or nothing. I don't know. I think for children it is important. When you have children, it is important to celebrate holidays and mark special times of the year. And as you get older, I would say that's not a problem, but if you do live alone, don't force yourself to celebrate, because then you feel really sad. Oh, nobody invited me and I'm all alone. Well, you know what? It's better to let go of holidays than to feel bitter that nobody invited you. Or if you have family that's not really nice to you, it really is better to be alone, like the French saying, it's better to be alone than with bad company. I don't know how it's in French exactly, but it sounds good. Like everything in French. It's better alone than with bad company. Remember that saying. And that goes double and triple for this coronavirus thing. I'm just grateful I don't have to be with people that are really nasty and mean and cruel. Those are my thoughts today. It's really better to be alone. And it's just a matter of disconnecting from all the brainwashing we have in the media that, that we really need to be with other people. So I'm going to start my yoga practice. It's really a bit late. And so peace, light, and love. And I hope you're going to have a yoga practice as well. Just go on YouTube. There's so many wonderful yoga. I'm from the Shivananda tradition, but there's also Vinyasa flow, which is also really nice. I really recommend it. Peace, light, and love.